Alright guys, here is my empty game shelf. This is where I'm going to put all my Super Nintendo games I get from the SNES Quest. I should be able to fit about 360 of them, so whether or not we fill this thing, no idea. Stay tuned, find out.
SNES Quest!
Welcome to our new series, the SNES Quest, where we are starting with this initial investment of $300 for this lot of video games, and we are going to flip them to create a budget to make a Super Nintendo collection out of scratch. And I want to go ahead and just thank Twitter and the community over there, the retro gaming community. If you haven't joined that yet, please go and do so. They voted on the name and they gave suggestions for the name of the series, so I really appreciate all that input. Currently our budget starts at negative $300. You'll see it right here, and that will go up and down throughout the series, and whenever it hits green, then we are good to go and we can go ahead and go purchase some SNES stuff. First up on our checklist is a Super Nintendo console with a controller and Super Mario World. So we have to start selling some of these games in order to get that done. Alright everyone, pretty excited here to post our first update to the SNES Quest. Made our first sale, Mario Party 4 for the GameCube. Sold this one for 50 bucks, and after fees and shipping it should bring in $40 or so. So we can go ahead and update that budget right there from negative $300 to negative $260. And we got some work to do to get this Super Nintendo and Super Mario World, but got plenty of games to do it, so stay tuned for the update. Hey guys, we have a huge update here for this SNES Quest. I know Zach Wilson sucks. Let me know in the comments if you think he sucks too. We sold Pokemon Snap. We sold all 4 GameCube games. We also sold Pokemon Battle Revolution for the Wii. Sold all that to one person for $360. And then we also sold new Super Mario Bros. For the DS. This sale right here will pretty much pay for all shipping and all the fees and stuff like that. So we had $300 initially, and then we made a $40 sale, so that brought us up to negative $260. Well, this $360 sale right here plus this to cover all the fees essentially brings us to a $100 budget. So hopefully that's enough to start the Super Nintendo collection. I'm going to start looking on like Facebook Marketplace and just kind of see if I can find any Super Nintendos in the area for around that price. Alright everyone, I'm here at Salvation Army. They usually have nothing here, but I'm going to go ahead in and check it out anyway. It's a pretty big Salvation Army, so I don't know, hopefully they have something today. Oh my god, Indian in the Cupboard. What a great movie. That's all we got. Alright, you don't really find less video games than that. That's kind of how it is here in New York. The only video games they had were in that case. There were a bunch of sports games and they're all marked for like $5.99 or something wild. I don't know if I got them on camera. I was trying not to get other people on camera, but there was a guy in there dressed like a full-on cowboy. Spurs and everything. And he was dancing. Wild scene. Alright everyone, huge update to the SNES Quest here. I was able to find a Super Nintendo console with Super Mario World controller and the hookups, posted on Facebook Marketplace for 80 bucks. Just messaged the guy, told him I'd take it, and then on my way to go meet him, he told me that he found a couple more games and another controller, and so he said that he'd throw those in for an extra 20. So here's the extra controller. And here are the other games that he threw in. He threw in WrestleMania, the arcade game. Threw in True Golf. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the W word. And Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. So thank you very much, James, for throwing in those games for an extra 20. Really appreciate it. He said he knew the value of the stuff, he was just trying to get rid of it. I did test it already, it does work. Pretty pumped to get this SNES Quest started. Alright guys, here is my empty game shelf. This is where I'm going to put all my Super Nintendo games I get from the SNES Quest. I should be able to fit about 360 of them, so whether or not we fill this thing, no idea. I'm going to fill them with the first 4 that we got so far. Alright, we are adding Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, True Golf, and WrestleMania, the arcade game. Alright, we'll stack them like that for now. We'll flip them up on their side when we get more. Alright everyone, heading out to Forgotten Freshness now to hang out with my buddy Frank. Bringing all this Sega stuff. I'm gonna make a huge trade-in with him. I do have a sort of like a checklist. I have like a top 10 games I want to get before I try to venture on to getting any more games. I will pick up some that aren't on the top 10 list, but these are the top 10 that I already want to get. I'm going to have the list right here. I've already gotten Super Mario World and Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, so I'm looking for the other 8 titles as I go to Frank's. Alright guys, while Frank's looking through that stuff, let's take a look around his store and let's check out some Super Nintendo games. Alright, so I'm really considering Contra. What else do we got here? Mario Kart, Star Fox, Yoshi's Island is on my list. Tetris Attack is on my list. Alright, I'll be back when I make a decision. Hey everyone, just got back from Forgotten Freshness. Frank gave me a ton in cash, and then he also gave me $250 worth of store credit. So here's what I got with that $250. I got Star Fox, Tetris Attack, Super Street Fighter 2, Yoshi's Island, Contra 3, The Alien Wars. This game is amazing. Just played it on the podcast. Check out our episode with Tyler from My Retro Life. And one of my absolute favorites of all time, TMNT 4, Turtles in Time. Quite the collection here. 10 games to start off, and all of them essentially free, right? So our budget's still at 0 right here because we still have to sell some games, but it was nice to get those from that Sega lot. I'm not going to count all that money towards the SNES Quest because it just seems like, you know, it seems like it would be too easy, I guess, to build a collection up that quickly from that big of a lot. So that's why I took a lot of it cash, and then I'll just pocket that. That's my own money. And then the $250 that he gave me store credit, I figured I'd use on the SNES Quest just to get some, you know, some of the games I really wanted out of the way. All right, guys, let's add the games that I just got from Forgotten Freshness. We got Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Star Fox, Super Street Fighter 2, Tetris Attack, TMNT 4, Turtles in Time, and Yoshi's Island. And this is what we're looking at so far.